This is a coffee table. Here I'm routering a space into the bottom for a mounting bracket so that I can attach the legs in a way that makes them easy to remove later if need be. Started out wearing a sweatshirt, but that's not going to last long. I've placed stop blocks on either side to prevent me from going outside of where I want to be. But on the ends I've left them open, and I'm cutting that part by eye. There. Now that I've got my sweatshirt off, time to get some work done. So here I'm just hogging out all of the material at a specific depth, about half of what the bit is capable of. After I've routed the entire piece to this depth, I'll lower it and then lower it again until it gets to the final depth that I'm looking for. I don't have a guard that attaches my vacuum cleaner to my router. I should probably make one, or get one, because this is throwing quite a bit of dust all around. But as long as I follow it around with the vacuum hose, it's not too bad, and I am wearing a respirator. Here you can see how the depth is set. It's a simple cam adjustment, and as you rotate the base, it lowers. Here's another shot of that. Now I'm going to go a little more than the full depth of the bit for my second pass. Here we are at the second pass, second depth. Just taking lots and lots of material out, trying to get down to that full depth of the bracket. The little key fob device you see in the front is actually what controls my vacuum. It's a Bluetooth plug that I bought. Bluetooth receptacle, as it were, I guess. Now I'm making the cut on the far end, making sure that I'm not going past the point where the bracket will be. I believe this is the third depth, getting the full cut in here. Kind of started off the camera a little. You're going to have to bear with my video editing skills as I'm learning this process while I go here. Quite a bit newer to video editing than I am to carpentry, if you can't tell. So here we're just taking that full depth out. The deeper it gets, the more sawdust it's making because now the blade is plunged completely into the wood. So here I'm going to switch the camera angle, and now you can see how much of that cut is left, and I just keep dragging the blade along that cut, peeling little layers off as we go, trying to collect as much as I can with the vacuum cleaner. And now that I've got that side cleaned up, I'm going to go up to the end and eyeball that straight line at the edge. A little ASMR of some vacuuming. Honestly, the vacuuming is one of my favorite parts. Seeing the floor come clean after it's covered in sawdust is satisfying. And now we're at the part where the power tools get put away. We take off our guides because we're done routering, and we're going to check. Width looks good. Corners are just a little rounded and need to be fixed. So onto a chisel and mallet. And chisel these corners out, making sure that I give myself adequate room for the piece to drop in, but not so sloppy that it moves all around. The next step after this will be to put hardware into the table that will hold these brackets, but for now I've got 4 rounded corners that need to be chiseled out so that this bracket fits down in. And the last little bit of chiseling here. Try this bracket. It should drop right into place. Beautiful. Little tap from the mallet handle. And we're done. Thanks for watching.